What's up, good people? This is Mr. Best, and you are now watching News from the Manor. So, what we're going to be bringing you on a weekly basis is a roundup of the latest news and happenings all around the world of MMA, with a particular focus on the UK. First up, Cage Warriors. Cage Warriors have announced their schedule for the rest of 2018, and to me it's looking pretty spectacular. First up, you've got Cage Warriors 96, which is going to take place at the Echo Arena in Liverpool on the 1st of September. This is headlined by Paddy the Baddy Pimblett, and will also feature the middleweight champion defending his belt, Lee Chadwick, against Bill Steen. Next, we've got Cage Warriors 97, which is going to take place on the 29th of September at the Ice Arena in Wales, in Cardiff, Wales. This is going to feature Jack Shaw fighting for the bantamweight title, and he'll be taking on Jakub Wicklacz. Hope I pronounced that properly. I probably didn't, but never mind. After that, we've got Cage Warriors 98, which is going to be taking place in Birmingham at the Genting Arena. I'm not sure if this is the headline bout, but so far the bouts that have been announced is Stefano Paterno, who recently won the title against Medad Janzamini. He's going to be defending the title for the first time against Ross Houston. Ross the Hitman Houston. He is very much deserving of this title shot. He's been spectacular so far in his run in Cage Warriors, and I think definitely if there was anybody at that weight class, at welterweight, that deserved the title shot, it was definitely Ross Houston. After that, we have Cage Warriors 99, which will be taking place in Colchester. Right now, there are no announced fights for that. That will be taking place in the Charter Hall on Saturday, the 17th of November. So we're still waiting for for some more information in regards to bouts. I'm sure after Cage Warriors 96 and definitely Cage Warriors 97, at that point we're going to be hearing some more information, at least a headline bout for that particular card. And then that leads us to Cage Warriors 100. Of course, this is a milestone, so you know Cage Warriors had to pull out the stops. So what they are bringing their merry band of fighters once more to Cardiff, once more to the Ice Arena, and this is not just going to be a one-day type of thing. This is going to be a weekend celebration. So on December the 8th, we will have Cage Warriors 100, and on December the 9th will be a Polaris BJJ event taking place. So Cage Warriors and Polaris have teamed up together for this wonderful weekend of combat sports. Right now there are no other details in regards to fights, but hey, like I said, with Cage Warriors 99, I think the next couple of cards will paint a picture of what we can expect to see in Cage Warriors 100. Right now I'm super excited. I hope to be there. Hope to be able to speak to some of the fighters leading up to the card. Hope to be able to speak to some of the fighters after their fights. And yeah, it's going to be fantastic. So, what other news has been announced from Cage Warriors? Cage Warriors 96. A few other bouts have been announced on the main card. So we will have the return of the former Cage Warriors welterweight champion Nicholas Dalby. Currently, he's on a 3-fight losing streak, so he's going to be very determined to see his fortunes turn around. His last fight was against Carlo Pedasoli, which was a split decision loss. And you know what? It was a very close fight, and I think this is going to spur Dalby on to really push the pace and I think his opponent, Roberto Allegretti, is going to be in for a very, very tough night. Allegretti is 6-0, undefeated, from Italy. All of these fights have been on the regional circuit in Italy, so Dalby will prove, in my opinion, to be a huge step up in competition. This is not me saying that he's not ready for that. I haven't seen any of his fights, so I can't really judge. But based on the names, this is definitely going to be the most decorated fighter that he's fought so far. Also on Cage Warriors 96 will be the debut of the former Bama lightweight champion Tim Barnett. This is the most unassuming guy that you're ever likely to meet, but he's a straight killer. Straight killer. His signing is one of the best signings that Cage Warriors have pulled off over the last couple of years, I would say. So he'll be making his debut, not at lightweight though. He's actually moving up a weight to welterweight, where he'll be taking on Matthew Bonner, who is currently on a 2-fight win streak, with recent wins against Mick Stanton and Graham Armstrong, which I believe was on a Buddha fight card. So that's happening. We'll also have Mehdi Ben Lakhdar, who's 2-0, who'll be taking on the local boy Anthony O'Connor, who also trains out of the next gen gym with the headliner Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. Earlier on, I spoke about Cage Warriors 98. So what we know so far is Stefano Paterno is going to be defending his belt for the very first time against Ross the Hitman Houston. What is also going to be happening on that night is a 4-man featherweight tournament. Participants are Dean Truman, who will be taking on Lewis Monarch, and Aiden Lee, who will be taking on Paul McBain. And naturally, the winners of those two fights are going to meet each other in the final later on in the night. And the winner of that will be crowned the new featherweight champion. Right now, it's hard to call. Those are some very, very good names. You have Paul McBain, who was spectacular in his last fight against Steve Amable. So he's going to be taking on Aiden Lee, who is 6-2. Aiden Lee is a Birmingham native, trains with the UFC's Tom Breeze, and has a pretty solid submission game. So it'll be interesting to see how McBain deals with that. Then you have Dean Truman, who's currently 8-4, who will be taking on Lewis Monarch. That's another one that's going to be very hard to call. I don't know. Maybe closer to the time, what I might start doing is some predictions. And please, any fighters, if I don't predict you as the winner, please don't come for me. But yeah, so that's what we're going to be having at Cage Warriors 98. That's all we have for today. You can follow us at the MMA Manor on Instagram and also on Twitter. You can follow me personally at Call Me Mr. Best, CALLMEMRBEST. That is also on Instagram and on Twitter. You can read our blog, themmamanor.co.uk. But what you can do right now is hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this, and come back once more for some more news from the Manor. Peace.